Right. So this video is about why I always in every life, right? I always just prefer to choose death, right? Choose death rather than choosing lies, right? Why I always prefer to choose death rather than choosing lies, right? Because I fight to stay alive, but I will fight to stay alive until it is necessary to stay alive. After which I choose death, right? Because when you realize that, certain things, right, only becomes acceptable as truth when it coming from a particular type of person or it coming from a particular country, right? Then you realize there's something fundamentally wrong with life, and it's only after you die, right? People has come to realize your message, right? And even after your death, people still don't find your message, right? Even after your death, twice, three times, four times, five times, people still doesn't find your message, right? But only after you die, certain people can find your message. And that's why you find in every lifetime is always have just a small group of people finding the truth. And the truth can never reach the worldwide population, right? In every lifetime, it always just have a minute amount of people, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? People finding the truth, right? And the truth can never reach it to the worldwide population, right? The truth because the truth is only song acceptable, right, when it coming from a particular type of person or a particular country. So the minute you hear somebody from England and you realize it's throughout life, right? The minute you hear knowledge from England, right? Hey, don't mind if a person born and grew up in Caribbean, nothing like that, have Caribbean. Once as you hear a person have English education, does that not make the knowledge song more uh, attractive to accept? Hey, you from Oxford University rather than hey, you from UE, right? You from UE, right? You have an Oxford University degree, and that's how it start, right? With that knowledge being made to sound more attractive because hey, it have a reputable standing, right? So you have somebody dressed up in a reputable way. You have somebody sharing knowledge and speaking proper English, right? Or Arabic as the case might be, right? You have somebody sharing knowledge, looking reputable, right? You're more tend to gravitate towards that. You're more tend to expand their views. You're more tend to expand their viewerships, although they might be false, right? Although they might be false, right? Just an example, right? So that's why I say, right? And that's a real problem. And there's a problem that, I don't know, it's an ongoing problem that we have as a people, right? It's an ongoing problem we have as a people, right? It's either my way or the highway. It's either do it my way or go, right? It's either do it my way or go, right? And it's a serious problem, right? That we have as a society, as a people, right? That's why I prefer zero views and to keep my gift of free speech, right? As I was thinking earlier, right? I rather zero views and to keep my gift of free speech because I just had to speak, right? I don't have to care about views, right? Every day I just had to speak something, right? I don't have to care about views, right? Every day, all it takes because God gave me that power, right? So he take away all my other powers and give me one power, just free speech. Because he know others use free speech, right? For good purpose, right? For beneficial purpose. The free speech I just use, I don't abuse it, right? It is be used for good purpose, proper purpose, and for the defense of righteousness. Not the defense of anything else, but the defense of that which is right, right? And that's why I just use my free speech, right? So going back to this thing, now I rather take death, right, than have to live with a reality that people branding you as something that you're not. I rather take that, right, and extract myself from the earth and call her George, right? I rather take that than live with a reality, right, that somebody branded, but I still alive. I mean, extract myself from worldly life, right? Than England or the Christian religion branding me as lost, right? So you have an entire religion taking one person who they know who you are. Trust me, I make no mistake about it. They know who I am, right? But they take me up, right, because of that one singular belief system that I want to make worldwide, right? The conversion of everybody to Christianity in order to fight Islam, right? So they want to make that religion the number one religion from since time immemorial, right? It's a ongoing conversion process. Take me up, brand me as LUST, right? Take me, brand, knowing who I am, right? But they brand me as one of the vices now, right? Brand me as lust, right? That's why I hit back my father with that one, right? Recently, right? I was like, hey, well then he is pride because he had people worshiping him, right? So hey, once you do that to me, right? I just leveling back that karma one time. You can't take me up and brand me as something that I'm not. No, I don't care what people view about me. It don't mean that is right to do. Just because I don't care about all your opinion about me doesn't mean that you could take me and take advantage of me and whatever you want to say about me. Right? God can handle that at the end of the day anyhow. Right? So you can take me, right? Because of your five vices in your religion, right? And pick me and tell me that I use lust just because I had sex with some people in the past that was actually predestined by your Christian religion to do. Just so you could brand me as something that I'm not. Right? Just because I had sex with a few people in the past, don't mean that you could just single me out, grab me up, and call me lust, right? Because I honestly don't represent that vice, right? I don't represent that vice, right? So this is speaking now to our entire country, right? Who propagate a religion that's based on absolute lies and denial of everybody else, right? Speaking to a religion that is born out of a denial for everybody else, right? And because of your one singular belief system and structure, you have an absolute denial for everybody else who could possibly exist and the storylines of everybody else who could possibly exist. So it's only one story, right? And that's your story. Only your story could be the truth. So only your story and your teachings, right? Your story, your origin story, right, could be the truth. And nobody else's origin story could be the truth. Only your origin story. And that's the heights of narcissism. That's what narcissism is. Right? When there are studies or teachings about narcissistic behavior, right? It is the belief that your religion, right? That's where it stems from. The belief that your religion and you is the only thing that exists. And it's not so. Right? So who is everybody else? Who is everybody else? Your storyline and your character, right? Your storyline, right? And the fact that somebody that belief system or somebody died for his sins, right? It's such a delusional story, one. And two is narcissistic. So it's one delusional and two narcissistic, right? Delusional and narcissistic, right? Those were the only comments I made about that person on Facebook, right? I wasn't used to gossip about he. I never gossip about he, right? What I said was the truth about the matter that that person did some delusional things and that person is a narcissist, right? That is what I said about that person and that's not gossiping, right? Good.